On Friday, a St. Johns County judge declared Virgilio Aguilar Mendez, the man accused of manslaughter in the death of a St. Johns County deputy during a struggle, as incompetent for prosecution. The incident occurred in May 2023 when St. Johns County Sheriff's Office Sergeant Michael Kunovich passed away shortly after a ground altercation with Aguilar Mendez during an attempt to take him into custody. Sergeant Kunovich collapsed moments after the altercation, and despite the initiation of relentless life-saving measures by St. Johns County Fire Rescue and Flagler Health Plus personnel, he was pronounced dead shortly after being transported to Flagler Hospital. A medical examiner determined that Sergeant Kunovich's death resulted from natural causes and respiratory issues. In response to the circumstances, the judge had ordered a mental examination of Aguilar Mendez late last year. As of now, it remains uncertain when or if Aguilar Mendez will face trial. This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. The Florida Highway Patrol has a message for drivers. Liz Ryan tells us what it is.
In 2023, in St. Johns County alone, there were 3,560 crashes. 34 of those resulted in fatalities. There were 3 bicycle fatalities, 6 motorcycle fatalities, and 6 pedestrian fatalities. The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles is focusing on the importance of moving over during their January safety campaign. They've issued this announcement.
On the road, there's a thin line between safety and tragedy. Don't cross it. Give law enforcement, first responders, and service professionals the space to safely do their jobs. When you see flashing lights, move over a lane or slow down 20 miles per hour below the posted speed limit. See lights? Move over, Florida. Brought to you by the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles and the Florida Highway Patrol.
And it's not just a good idea, it's the law. Florida law requires drivers to pull over for emergency vehicles approaching from behind. And the law also requires vehicles to move over a lane for certain emergency and service vehicles stopped on the side of the road, or slow down if they can't safely move over. Throughout January, troopers will continue to educate the public, individuals not complying with the move over law, and other motorists they come in contact with. The public is encouraged to report aggressive or dangerous drivers by dialing star FHP. That's star 347. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
Several new laws to know about happening with the new year. Karen Johnson takes a look.
Persons with Disabilities Registry, also known as the Protect Our Loved Ones Act, gives the green light to local law enforcement to create and keep a database named the Persons with Disabilities Registry. The database is for people who might have certain disabilities or conditions that could be important during their interactions with the police. Conditions like autism spectrum disorder, Alzheimer's disease, Down syndrome, and other similar conditions. Then SB 774, Ethics Requirements for Public Officials, requires mayors and elected officials in municipalities to fill out the same financial disclosure form as state and county elected officials. SB 7056 puts the state's Department of Children and Families back in charge of handling child abuse investigations, as opposed to leaving that duty to Florida counties that had assumed that role before. And finally, SB 76 means Florida residents will get a 1-month head start over non-residents to reserve a campsite at one of the state's 175 parks. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
I got tears in my eyes. It was one of the projects that Commissioner Waldron had really wanted to deliver for the people in his community, that so the kids would have more places to play.
Construction now underway on a brand new sports athletic complex in Elkton. The St. Johns County Police Athletic League holding a groundbreaking ceremony on Friday.
It's really an exciting project, and it was really great to be there and see a lot of people who volunteer and have supported the St. Johns County Police Athletic League for many years.
State House Rep Cindy Stevenson touting the community's new asset.
So great. There were little kids there. They're excited. It's a great location. There are a lot of families in the southern part of the county that don't have as much access to fields, and, the whole county has grown. They've made a lot of progress, and I know they're starting to turn dirt.
The 37-acre complex slated to open in 2025. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Daryl Moody.
And Now you're up to date with St. Augustine's local morning news. I'm Rich Carroll.